I mean, we got to talk about something that a lot of people just aren't willing to admit. Now, all the time, Houston is called a blank town. A baseball town? A football town? I mean, if you want to go to the old flagship, they constantly claim that Houston is a football town. Some people here, they might say that Houston is a baseball town. I mean, the Astros have been to 7 straight American League Championship Series. They've been to 4 World Series. They've won 2 of them. But my friends, you guys are all wrong. And no, I'm not about to say that Houston is a bandwagon sports town. I would never say something like that, except for I have on a couple of shows. I wouldn't do that. But sometimes the thing that you love the most has been right in front of you all along. Or maybe at least for the last couple of months, but nobody was paying attention because baseball season had ended and football was going on. But guys, Houston, today, January 30th, 2024, is officially a basketball town. Yeah, that's right. Basketball. It's my favorite sport. We all love the way they dribble up and down the court. Just like Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde the Glide, when basketball's on, hey, we're going to have ourselves a good old time. That didn't really rhyme, but that last part did. Houston's a basketball town. And last night, proof. Oh, you might be thinking, Paul, what the hell are you talking about? Well, did you see the match between the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers? Yeah, the Rockets just smoked LeBron. Now, are the Lakers not very good? Yes. But hey, they killed him. You see that? Bouncing back from a loss to the Nets in a game where not only did Alperen Sengun, the Rockets' best player, score 30-plus points, Jalen Green did too. Is Jalen Green figuring it out? His last 4 games, he's been playing pretty well. Sengun was 14 of 23, 31 points, 12 boards, 7 assists. But Jalen Green, maybe more impressive, 34 points. Wait, what? He had 12 boards too? Wait, he had 7 assists? Wait, one of those assists was honestly maybe my favorite Jalen Green highlight of the year, right before halftime, where he could have shot a buzzer beater, but he passes the ball with basically a second left to Dylan Brooks, who hits a buzzer beating too. It's a beautiful last pass. Loved it. Teamwork. Sportsmanship. Cam Whitmore, oh my God, he's good all of a sudden. Houston Rockets. Oh, the promise. I feel like we're seeing it on full display. And that wasn't the only reason that Houston is officially a basketball town. Did you see our beloved Cougs? Yes, 4th ranked, but go on the road and upset unranked prestige of the Big 12 school Texas, 76-72 in overtime. I mean, it was a lot closer than it needed to be, if we're going to be perfectly honest. If you watched the second half of that game, you wait really let Texas get back in it. And college basketball at times is so ugly. I don't know what the hell is going on at these at the Longhorns Arena, where the rims all are incredibly loud and incredibly obnoxious whenever anyone hits it. But they, despite some, sloppy play by their best player, Jamal Shed, down the stretch, he had an air ball 3. He had an air ball entry pass. He had an air ball putback. They win. Big victory. Not overlooking Texas before they play Kansas on Saturday. You see a night like last night on the courts of Houston and in Austin. And Houston once again proved it's a basketball town. And I know there's going to be some pushback here. But the flagship, who always claims that Houston is a football town, and I know people in this very time slot were saying it not too long ago. I mean, when's the last time there's been a Houston team playing in a conference championship? Never happened when I'm alive. 1979? Or was it technically 1980? Who effing cares? It's been forever. But the Rockets, what have they done? They've been to a couple Western Conference finals against the Golden State Warriors. They've won a couple of titles. And then, I mean, Houston Cougars basketball. What a history they have. All those Final Four appearances. I mean, this isn't debatable, guys. Houston, it's officially a basketball town. And it's just time that you get used to it. I mean, Final Four in 1967, 1968, 82, 83, 84, 2021. Basketball town. Not a bandwagon town, basketball town. And if you can't accept it, then, well, you're just going to have to live with the knowledge that you're wrong and that your opinion isn't valid. So if you want to jump aboard, embrace debate, 713-780-3776. You can do it by calling in. You can do it by texting in. You can join on Twitter, youtube.com/ESPN Houston, or on Twitch, twitch.tv/ESPN 97.5. Sean, did you expect to wake up on today, Tuesday, January 30th, 2024, the greatest day of your life, with the brain buster that I just dropped, that Houston, not only is it a basketball town, it's always been a basketball town.
Always has been.
Astronaut meme.
By the way, the astronaut has like the Ohio flag on the shoulder. I didn't notice that until you posted. Yeah.
Why does he have the Ohio flag?
It's a very weird flag to have. But I mean, you make some compelling arguments as far as the success of the basketball in this town. It is, it is compelling. And then, yeah, like you said, with the big win, Rockets.
Oof.
It's basically a nationally televised game because it was against the Lakers, so a lot of people watched it. And then basically at the same time, I know because basically after Cam Whitmore burned the Toyota Center down at the end of the first quarter, I had to switch over to ESPN and watch some college basketball.
You had to gamble with your boy, Andrew Carlson of Connor and Beard. He's a Coug like me, a beloved Coug. I would have worn burnt orange if UT won last night. Not even kidding. But and you, of course, a UT grad.
Yes. So that's why I'm wearing, you can barely see it because how low my seat is, but I'm wearing a U of H shirt.
Me too.
Yes.
Coug shirt. But I got a Rockets hat.
Did not lose a bet to Andrew Carlson.
No, but I was going to follow the strong because I have to follow the strong. But look, big win. It's the first Big 12 victory in hoops over Texas.
Yes.
Big time win. You know, some would call it an upset. I'm going to call it an upset because, yes, you know what? UH ranked. UH technically the betting favorites. But
number 4 in the country.
But you know what? When you enter the Big 12 and you're going up against legacy Big 12, like you're the underdog. And, that's why it took UH so long to put Texas eventually away in overtime because they were really the underdog. So this counts as 3 wins for UH, which should definitely be a 1 seed now.
By the way,
by my math,
going straight from an NBA game, especially an NBA game where Cam Whitmore scores 1 million points in 10 seconds.
To college basketball.
to college basketball is the biggest whiplash in the world.
Dude, college basketball is hard to watch, especially when the Cougars are playing because they play tough defense. But, man, there was just some ugly basketball and clank, clank, clank in that game.
I was saying that when overtime started, and it was probably like 3 minutes before anyone made a shot in overtime.
It was so bad.
I was like, they should honestly, in the regular season, just call them ties. Like, there's no reason to put this on TV. Like, you can't expose America to the offense that we saw in overtime.
I kept on going to my phone, looking away, Sean, and spacing out because of how bad it was, only to be jarred by the clanking of another shot off of the rim. And I'm with you. Honestly, coin toss for overtime going forward for college basketball. I mean, there was a chance that thing would have gone to 2 overtimes. Jesus, that happened.
That was my number one once it got in range, my number one rooting interest was against double overtime. Just, whatever happens, just have it end. Can we have a shootout to end this? Like, I also, although a shootout would probably last pretty long too. But yeah.
Who would you have take a shot? Jamal Shedd's your best player, and Kelvin Sampson kept on getting into his ass because he kept on missing by a lot, and Shed was pleading his case. And if you know Kelvin Sampson, like Jeremy Branham on the Killer Bees will tell you, like, Kelvin Sampson lights people up. Like, he is not nice. And Shed, he deserved every single bit of lighting up that he got last night when he was missing all those easy shots.
The possession at the end of the regulation.
Oh, God. With an air ball 3.
Absolute beat. I started noticing. I was like, wait, he's really leaning the... And then with 3 seconds left, he starts to make a move. I'm like, what are you doing
If we're being perfectly honest, they deserve to lose that game. But, hey, they won. And Houston, It's officially a basketball town. The flagship station wants to tell you otherwise. They want to tell you otherwise. You know? They want to keep the fake news, deep steel blue and battle red sunglasses on your eyes, brainwashed like it's 1984. But Houston, it's a basketball town. Always has been. If you disagree, I'll fight you. Just kidding. I won't. I'll hide.